Hello YouTube. So it is Friday, July 15th, 2022, 3:12 p.m. Just rolling out of the Chevron with the Jack in the Box over at 40th Street and University, directly across the street from Rob's shop, and it is hot in my car right now. It says it got the air conditioning fixed. I can't really tell if it's blowing cold yet, but you know, I just got in the vehicle, so it's gonna take a while for it to be noticeable since it's 110 outside right now. Just gonna go around the block, give this thing a chance to pump some cool air. Rob said he left it running for a while, but it seemed to be working really good. Oh shit, I meant to turn right there. Whoops. I'm not sure if there's an outlet going south on this street after that turn. Oh, there's one on the left. I know there's nothing on the right. Yeah, it's just dead end straight ahead. Actually, towards that dead end is the route that I take when I'm riding my electric scooter. If you follow 40th Street to where the dead end is, there's actually a connection to the trail that runs along the south side of the Salt River, and really well done trail. I don't know that I've ever gone further west on it than right there, but to the east it takes you all the way into Tempe, and it's really nice. It goes underneath 44th Street, underneath the 143 freeway. There's a connecting path there by the 143 freeway on the other side that heads south. That'll take you down to University, and then you stay on it, and it goes all the way to. That takes you all the way to. Actually, it'll take you all the way to Mesa. That's a really nice path. I need to fix one of my electric scooters and do some electric scooter ride-along videos. I've been talking for years that I've been wanting to do that. It's kind of insane that I've been so long without a working electric scooter, as much as I'm kind of an electric scooter enthusiast. I mean, I get excited every time I see somebody else riding on one. In fact, on the way to Rob's shop on the bus, there was somebody else that got off at 44 where I got off at Washington. It was came out of the bus with a folded scooter, unfolded it, and was getting ready to ride it. I'm not quite sure where he was going or what he was doing. He looked like he was in some kind of a work shirt. So kind of neat that he's made an electric scooter part of his work commute. That's starting to blow cold now. Yeah, that's the thing with Phoenix. Like, you leave a car parked outside in the sun when it's 110 degrees out. Like, it doesn't matter how good your air conditioning is working. It's going to be a while until it's even noticeably blowing cold air, just because the air inside the whole system is going to be so damn hot. But it's not like Rob has extra covered parking to put my car in. Okay, this is crooked. I guess it's not so bad. I don't know if Rob bumped it with his head when he came in the car, but the foam mount was sitting at a really funky angle. Anyway, afterwards I just stopped and chilled at Jack in the Box, got myself a chicken sandwich. Man, their 99-cent chicken sandwich, that shit's $2.50 now. Thanks, Biden. Yeah. So kind of debating as to what I want to do today. I don't have work. I was actually offered a shift at Amazon today. I didn't look at it to see if it was an inbound or if it was an outbound. And it's kind of been my experience that I can just kind of shuffle between, you know, generally speaking, I go to inbound and see if they need me to do totes, and if they don't, then I head to inbound, and they put me to work. More often than not, doing pallets. Now, it would have been a second half of a day shift, so it would have been a second half of a day shift. So it's highly unlikely that I would know anybody in inbound. Although I did work a second half day shift on Saturday a couple of weeks ago in outbound. So I might remember. I might remember the people there. They might remember me, from working one shift. It's hard to say. It's a whole different animal. Yesterday when I went over there trying to get my charger, I really did not know that you could not enter the building unless you were scheduled to work a shift. Like most places that I've been at, like if you work there and there's like an employee, area or whatever, you're generally welcome to go in, even if you're not on the clock. Some people just go into, like I remember, working at some places, I just go in to get into the back room to, get my paycheck, or maybe left something in my locker, or check the schedule, what have you. Granted, I don't, what reason do I have to go into Amazon, generally speaking, if I'm not working a shift? None. It's not like I have a personal locker there. They do have lockers, but that section's been closed off as long as I've been working there. It looks like they're trying to reopen it and put it back together, but I've occasionally left food in the fridge that I might want to go back for, but that's trivial at best. As far as my schedule, everything, it's like, maybe go in and talk to HR, but like as far as my schedule, like everything, there's a phone number for HR, but 99% of everything HR is handled in the Amazon A to Z app, and my schedule's in the A to Z app, so it's not like I need to go there for that. I don't know. I just found it kind of odd, it's like that wow, I really can't even enter the building when I'm not scheduled for a shift because I left something here. It seems conceivable that somebody could work there and maybe forget their jacket, maybe forget their they brought a backpack with brought some stuff and just forgot it. Shit. I did have one time where I went to work directly after flying in from Portland, and I brought a suitcase to work because I didn't have time to go home and drop off my suitcase and then go to work. And no, I didn't leave my suitcase there, but it seems like something I could do. I could see myself working, I think I started 2 hours late, but I can see myself working, 8 hours and getting so wrapped up in what I'm doing working that I leave and get on the bus and get home and be like, oh shit, I left my fucking suitcase at work, So, I don't know, I found it absolutely bewildering that I wasn't even, it's policy, I can't even enter the building if I'm not scheduled to work a shift or to grab something personal left behind. So anyway, been thinking about that. It is what it is. There's no point complaining about it. And I'm kind of an idiot for leaving my phone charger and cable there. And as Tessa reminded me yesterday, it's like, hey, you're really not supposed to be plugging it in there. I'm like, yeah, I kind of figured that. Said nobody ever told me I couldn't, but yeah. Anyway, thinking more about that and realizing I sent her to the wrong damn dock. So I'm actually memorizing the tote dock numbers, which is funny. I've always, wow, that is a black yellow cab. It says yellow cab on the side, black, different. I've always kind of struggled remembering numbers, but I do find sometimes like if things are constantly coming back at me, they eventually sort of sink in, and it helps if they're repetitive numbers. And I guess the reason I'm remembering, like I could not tell you, as long as I've been doing, and we're going on like a month and a half of loading wood pallets at in the inbound docks, I could not tell you two door numbers that my trucks are parked at. There's two truck docks that I always work, and they're located between the inbound docks for incoming product and then the inbound docks for incoming for fluid incoming product. And for those that don't know what that means, basically regular incoming product is on pallets, whereas product that goes to fluid, occasionally they bring a truck and stuff on pallets, but generally speaking, a truck that's going to fluid means it's just a truck completely packed full of boxes with no pallets underneath them, just mixed boxes. And those are emptied just by people going in the truck. And there's a conveyor belt on rollers that rolls into the truck, and the people will load down stacked boxes from inside the truck, throw them on the conveyor, and it goes out the truck and on into the conveyor system. And those flexible conveyors, I hate them with a passion. They just don't work very well. they're problematic, to say the least. And yeah, I hate working on fluid side. I really do. But I love loading the wood, and I also enjoy working on the other side with the regular PID lines and doing the and unloading the trucks. But yeah, mostly I'm the guy that loads the wood pallets. But I couldn't tell you the dock numbers, even though I look at those 2 docks every day. Now I have memorized the ones. I rarely have to. Now, for what it's worth, there's generally 2 people working TDR, and by TDR I mean the people that connect and disconnect the dock trailers and open up the doors on the trailer and the door to the side of the warehouse and connect the ramp and stuff. Which is really the next thing I need to look into getting cross-trained for there. Just throwing that out there. But anyway, there's usually 2 people working actively handling that in inbound. So I never really have to tell them by door number which one I'm doing. And since they all know I'm the wood pallet guy, like some people actually call me pallets there, which is funny. Like I don't have to tell them what door I need done. Like they just know. It's like, oh, it's Dan. I've only got 2 doors, and it's the one that's full. They just go over to where the wood pallet loading zone is. It's its own thing, and it's like, oh, it's done. Whereas with inbound totes, to get my TDR done, it's usually another forklift operator that's in the area. But the area is kind of spread out, so I got to try to find them. They're usually like not right next to me, but I have to go find them, and I have to let them know which door needs done, because there's 3 different doors, and it's not always so obvious when they walk up, what needs done, whether one needs closed or one needs opened. So anyway, as I'm saying, I've memorized the numbers because the first one is 333. Repetitive numbers, they stick in my head. So, I can remember 333, and then there are consecutive numbers going up. So my larger work zone is 333 and 334, and the next one is 335. And then, as I mentioned, there's the compactors, the Gaylord dumpers. They're in their own little section there, where the ABM guys come and dump the giant cardboard recycle bins and the giant trash bins. And those are located on docks. Now, I don't know if trucks actually dock to those. I would assume at some point they do, but they don't have the same kind of ramps and stuff. They, like in the places where the doors would be, there's not even numbers on them, but there's the giant compactors that are built into those doors, and we know where the doors would be. But they're still numbered the same. So I've got 333, 334, 335, and then those next 3 would be 336, 337, 338, and then the one that I have that's got the giant loading zone is 339. So I don't always remember it's 339. I usually have to count up from 333 on my fingers, and then count the 3 where the compactors are, and then it's like, oh, it's 339. Anyway, I sent tested at door 339, and I was kind of thinking about my charger and kind of being bummed about it, and I realized, yeah, I never plug in at 339. I always plug it in 335. I didn't send her to 335. I sent her to 339. There's a chance my charger is still there, and if I'd have worked that half-day shift today, I could have got it. Anyway, not a big deal. I got other chargers at home. Got that fancy new cable that's actually an upgrade on the one that I had at Ross yesterday. So, anyway, what I really need to concentrate on doing today, and I think I'm going to kind of work on that, but I'm going to do it online from the comfort of my air-conditioned bedroom, is try to get myself an iPhone. I just got another like iPhone 128 gig that's genuinely unlocked, but try to get one locally where I can go meet the person and pop my SIM card in and make sure it works before I hand them any cash, rather than dealing with eBay. I just got an email a couple hours ago from Mint Mobile informing me that my 6 months prepaid period ends in 5 days. And then they also told me that, hey, you should switch to a lower data plan. You don't need all the data that you paid for. Oh, they got jokes. Yeah, it's kind of painful thinking of that 6 months, how many months of that service I either had a SIM card not inserted in a phone, or I was just simply waiting to try to get a hold of them and get my SIM card replaced. How much of that service it was a smoke a deal. It was like $60 for 6 months with tax, like $70 for 6 months of service. So it's not like I pissed away a lot of money, but yeah, it ended up not being the deal that it was intended to be, due to the fact that I just had such bad luck with hanging onto my phones. But anyway, yeah, going in, handling that, and I don't know if I'll stick around until Priscilla gets off work or not. I don't know. She hasn't really stated what her plans are for tonight, and I don't really have plans for tonight. I don't know. Part of me wants to spend time with her and see if that results in us actually coming home and getting it on. Part of me wants to stay with her and maybe actually help her do some cleaning, and hopefully that results in a break of us getting it on. And then part of me just wants to be as far away from her as possible and concentrate on getting my phone and maybe finding me an upgrade for her, because I'm genuinely not happy with her. That's where I'm at. Got my car. Air conditioning's working. Of course, as hot as it was, and as hot as it was, it got my car. It's already brutally hot in the car, but I definitely felt cold air blowing on me as I was driving home. So, if I do go out later this evening, it'll be comfortable in my car. I mean, for starters, I'm here in my carports. I got covered parking, and that makes a world of difference in Phoenix. I'll tell you, if anybody getting an apartment in Phoenix, when you look at amenities of apartments, and like, oh, I want a washer and dryer. Oh, I want a pool. Speaking of which, I have a pool. Maybe I should go swimming. That would be a fun thing to do, even though I'm by myself. I should totally be inviting women that I know to come over and hang out in the pool. Never mind the fact my apartment is so nasty. Just, hey, come to my pool. I never think about that, but I totally could and should. Anyway, yeah. All the different amenities and like, ooh, modern kitchen, blah, blah, blah. I tell you, one thing I've learned is the best amenity to get, as somebody who's lived in Phoenix most of my life, is reserved covered parking. If you drive reserved covered parking, it's good to know you got a place to park near your door. And it's good to know that when you get out into your car, when it's 112 degrees outside, that your car will be warm inside, but it's not going to feel like an oven. And when you start your air conditioning, it's going to immediately start blowing cold, as opposed to the experience I just had, which was a damn hot ride here, even though I had cold air blowing on me. But anyway, Rob really came through. It's fixed, and I'm happy. Anyhow, thanks for coming with me on the drive, and there will be more videos. At some point, they're going to start getting interesting, I hope. Again, I got to go someplace interesting and do something fun, right?